vision is to enable sustainable water security through developing and demonstrating a systems approach that better understands water systems, values all aspects of water, and strengthens water governance to enable integrated water management. A key outcome for the Hub is to influence public policy and governance. Water security needs strategic solutions and stakeholder commitments that protect this natural resource through laws, regulations, and guidance. The Hub is creating integrated frameworks for policy and decision-making, improving practices and policies, and influencing management regimes to enable more sustainable and equitable water security strategies in our 4 programme sites.
In India, our researchers are influencing pathways for sustainable economic development with an emphasis on water and sanitation, water-sensitive planning, and climate adaptation strategies.
Of course, we keep talking about the water, but without linking it to city development processes. So water-sensitive planning gives us an opportunity to talk about city planning, which is also focused on water and its sustainable use. As far as the cities in the Global South are concerned, most of the city has developed on its own without any planning. About 1/3 of Delhi, for example, is planned. Rest of the city is either unauthorizedly developed or slums and squatters exist. So this kind of development, unplanned, informal development, poses a great challenge to implement water-sensitive planning. We were lucky to receive a number of consultancy assignments in India. One is a new town. Similarly, in Agra, Uttar Pradesh, we have done this exercise. Same principles, but on a smaller site. It's about 400 hectare land, and we have done a layout plan for it. This plan will come up quickly because it is a small area. So that way we are impacting practice also.
Water availability and access is a critical factor for the socio-economic development of India. The same is also true in Ethiopia, where our researchers are embedding non-economic water values in national and regional policy.
The outcome that water trade-offs are included in national and regional policies is important because in the current Ethiopian context, a major share of the total population lacks access to safe water, sanitation and hygiene, which is a basic human right. The coverage for safely managed water services is among the lowest worldwide. Among the key drivers towards these problems are poorly integrated governance, industrial pollution, rapid urbanization, and ineffective infrastructures.
When we start the value work in Ethiopia, there was no such literature and documentation on water value, multiple water values for Ethiopia. So we started with, our work on literature and contributed to United Nations SDG encyclopedia. And that gives us a lesson actually on where the gap is in Ethiopia. So this evidence is from literature and also different collaboratories, and they give us information and evidence that the Ethiopian water sector needs to recognize and include multiple water value into their policy.
In more practical terms, this would enable better management of water systems, complexity, within national and state level, planning to ensure social equitability, economic efficiency, and environmental sustainability in the allocation, use, and management of water resources.
As in Ethiopia, our researchers in Malaysia lead and contribute to multi-sectoral working groups to inform policy and governance at state and national levels for a water-secure future.
BAKAS is actually the department or agencies in the state of Johor that deal with water supply, that involve planning and development of the water resources. At the moment, BAKAS is actually just an ordinary government department, small, with very limited capacity to deliver its tasks and responsibilities. The purpose of upgrading BAKAS from ordinary state department to a board or water board is actually to enhance the function and give more authority to BAKAS. When we deal with water, basically we deal with other resources as well. We have to deal with the land, we have to deal with the forest, we have to deal with biodiversity, we have to deal with the ecosystem as a whole. So BAKAS will have significant role in this, looking at the broader context and looking at how water resource in Johor can be best planned for sustainable management.
So one of the task forces I was involved last year was jointly coordinated by the Ministry of Environment and Water as well as Academy of Sciences, which looks into ways of strengthening environmental governance in Malaysia. So hopefully the outcome of this the study and my involvement in these task forces will help expedite the formation of PAKAJ as well as other river basin authorities in the country.
Frequent interaction with all our stakeholders is key to influencing sustainable and equitable water security strategies. In Colombia, close engagement with rural communities is essential to the development of territorial, municipal and regional governance.
Bueno, creo que desde el proyecto podemos contribuir en el Colaboratorio de Colombia al logro de este outcome a través de la gobernanza, por ejemplo, y la inclusión en los distintos instrumentos de política y de planificación, la inclusión entonces de las voces de las comunidades.
El colaboratorio ha permitido la compilación, análisis y validación de datos asociados al recurso hídrico en el departamento del Cauca que favorecen una visión integradora y además permiten que esta información llegue a los sistemas de información para toma de decisiones. Y a su vez, esta información se retroalimenta hacia las instituciones del Estado y las instituciones regionales, tanto a nivel de ministerio como a nivel de control regional.
En ese sentido, las comunidades se empoderan y pueden participar activamente en la toma de decisiones, lo cual es importante para la realización de sus proyectos de vida y sus planes de vida, si estamos hablando, por ejemplo, de grupos étnicos como los indígenas que están en el territorio.
The Hub is taking an innovative approach to achieving these outcomes by adapting systems thinking to local contexts for equitable and sustainable water security. Our collaboratory model sits at the centre of this, providing an equitable space for stakeholders to come together for research co-creation, knowledge exchange, and capacity building. Across different scales and levels, the Hub is influencing public policy and governance around water security, especially its relationship to climate change and health, for now and the future.
I think it's very, very unique that we started with a problem-driven approach. This is one thing. The second thing is also that water system approach, whereby we have different system components interaction, where we have the whole problem set in the basin. I think this is the second unique way of doing this. Thirdly, identifying existing initiatives and leveraging on those are very critical, because policy impacts takes very long duration. It's not what you can do just in 2 years, 3 years.
Some of these impacts will take time to emerge. As important as tracking current trends is the ability to skill and train future leaders in the water sector.
We have set up the Center for Water Studies in Delhi, SPA, and we are planning a number of training programs where mayors and local officials from planning agencies from all over India, they will come and they will get training, not only on water sensitive planning, but urban water management generally.
The challenge of achieving water security is complex. No one model fits all. A holistic approach with a focus on locally relevant solutions is essential to achieving water security.
Integrated river basin management basically is not a rocket science. The problem related to IRBM, integrated river basin management, is very site specific. What is actually we have in Johor may be different, but for the same kind of problem, but the solution may be different. I think this study under GCRF gives us very good opportunity to compare notes between various, especially the three countries, Colombia, Ethiopia, as well as India, in implementing integrated river basin management. They have different problems, but I think by comparing notes, we can learn fast. At the same time, we can avoid possible mistakes.
Collaborative working and knowledge exchange underpins the Hub's program, developing innovative and interdisciplinary methods that enable stakeholders to collaborate, explore tensions, and develop inclusive strategies to address water security issues.
Considero que lo innovador en este tópico tiene que ver con un nuevo enfoque, digamos, de trabajo, donde realmente logremos desarrollar un diálogo de saberes entre la academia y el conocimiento experto, junto con el conocimiento tradicional y las prácticas de las comunidades. Porque, digamos, en esa interacción o ecología de conocimientos es donde realmente podemos encontrar el verdadero sentido y significado de las problemáticas, pero también buscar verdaderas soluciones. Y las soluciones seguramente van a ser de distinto tipo. Eso a nivel de Colombia. Si a nivel internacional los esquemas jurídicos y las constituciones de los otros países del sur que participan en el Hub tienen la posibilidad también de lograr el desarrollo de la autonomía y la soberanía alimentaria de las comunidades, pues tendremos entonces también a nivel internacional un impacto, digamos.
We are already contributing to change at an international level. Hub members hold leadership roles and contribute to critical discourse through international bodies such as the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the World Health Organization, and the United Nations, as well as being invited to contribute to a UK government briefing on water governance, finance and climate change. We are also contributing to important national initiatives such as Malaysia's Water Sector Transformation 2040, Ethiopia's National Water Policy and Strategy, Colombia's second National Water Policy, and India's National Capital Regional Plan 2041, and the National Mission for a Clean Ganga.